Yeah, I just saw something on the Young Turks where it was talking about what is Donald Trump actually worth. And they found a couple of things because apparently the young cub reporter who was duped into putting Donald Trump onto the Forbes Fortune 500 list, he remembered it. And in light of Trump boasting about, his wealth, he decided that, hey, let me check this out. So he went to all the public records. And apparently, when Trump got his name on the Fortune 500 list, 81 I believe it was, Trump claimed he was worth $100 million. Well, there was two problems. One, Trump was claiming all of his dad's assets, which he didn't have. And two, he got the evaluation of all of his dad's apartments at $20,000 per apartment building. Well, apparently in New York City, the property wasn't as valued. They didn't go through the property boom yet. So the true evaluation of Trump's wealth, well, Trump's daddy's wealth, was about $45 million, $9,000 per apartment. The true evaluation of Trump's wealth was $5 million, all inherited. And then you get to go to all the way to 2011. And during 2011, Trump had to release financial documents to a New Jersey judge if he wanted to get a casino license. And this judge ruled that Trump was worth $200 to $300 million, and most of that from his inheritance. See, this got me thinking that Trump is the most well-positioned con man in America. And don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck about Trump's money. I mean, anyone can lie about their dick size or their bank account. You know what? If you got a dick as big as John Holmes, go fuck yourself. But the thing that becomes scary about Trump, even going into being the candidacy, is Trump was a brazen con man, overextended, living well above his means. And many believe that the Russian mob, was funneling money through real estate. It's one of the best, easiest ways to do it. Trump was selling real estate to the Russian mob at like 3-4 times the rate of all New York developers. Now, there could be some simple reasons for this. Trump might not give a fuck where the money came from. And unlike a lot of top real estate developers, he didn't give a fuck whether you got a good neighbor or not. So that could explain some of this, maybe even a lot of this. But you combine the fact that Trump is getting paid by Russian mobsters at a lot higher rate than other top New York developers. Donald Trump Jr. said after all the bankruptcies, Russian banks were their secret weapon. All of this stuff with Putin, and even this close relationship going into the election, where Trump had these backdoor lines, to top Russian officials, and it's got to look a little disconcerting. I mean, there has to be what you consider a reasonable probability that even before Trump became president, he was in the pocket of the Russians. So, you know what? All of this scares me. And I want the Republicans to know that, I'm not just going after Trump because I don't like him. I don't. But anybody who has this history, anybody who's this brazen of a liar and wants to be in the public and living well beyond their means and got a little bit of celebrity, those would be the types of people that, other countries would look to as weak links and maybe turn into, agents for a country. So I'm not accusing Trump, but all of this talk, about the Republicans about getting rid of the Mueller probe. First off, Russia attacked this country multiple times, starting in 2014, and they'll do it again. Secondly, if your president is compromised, please don't tell me that, okay, well, you can't impeach this president for being this bad because other presidents might do the same. You've got to set some sort of message that the presidency is above everything. So, like I said, I'm not accusing them, but there is definitely smoke here. There is much smoke in the Trump campaign as there was for Hillary. And I know there's that 5-10%. Hillary's a smoke, and it turned out to be bullshit. But that's a minority of the time. Whenever you see this much stuff, you've got to look at it. So, all right, everybody, be cool, be safe. Damn, fucking bees were. See.